Hello there everybody and welcome to RTP Gaming, where this is just a super quick video just to show you what I have been up to. I have been making my own RPG, so I'm not going to show you all of the stuff that I've been making, but here is something that I've just done today. I have been making the battle system, and for anybody who's using Yanflys plugins, I'll just show you now. This has literally taken me all day, and this is how I've got them set out. So you got all your core engines and everything, then battle engine core, equip core, weapon animation, weapon unleash, and we are going to be looking at this thing today, which is the weapon animation, because everybody seems to have problems with it. I've literally spent 12 hours trying to find out how to do it because I'm a noob. But yeah, basically what you want to do is, before you do anything here, you go into your game files. So you go here, like this, game, open folder. When you go into your open folder, you open image there. You create a file called weapons there. And when you make this file, it will be empty. There'll be nothing in it. So then what you've got to do is you've got to go here to, oh, hang on a minute, not there. Where is it? Yanflys freebies, here it is. You go to yanfly.moe and you go to resources, Yanflys freebies, and you have weapon sheets here. You got two of them. Now what you want to do is you want to click on these, and you want to go down to the bottom, and you've got this thing here, weapons1.ra, and you download that and download the other one as well while you're at it. And what you'll do is you'll get it in a zip file. So when you get it in a zip file, all you do is you unload the zip file, you extract all the files into your weapons folder like that, and you'll have an absolute ton of weapons to pick from. So the next thing you do, and I'll tell you what I'll do actually, I can just show you basically what these things look like, yeah? These are your weapons and your weapon animation, so you can go through them all if you want. You've got laser looking ones, you've got, the normal looking ones, you've actually got a beam blade pink, so you've essentially got like a lightsaber. It's not that one, I'll show you. There you go, beam blade cyan. So you see, you can get a lightsaber, and you can get any shit like that basically. So what you are going to do anyway, like I say, is you go and dump everything into that weapons file. You go back to your game, you go into plugins, and you download you can go onto Yanflys again, and you just download the weapon animation plugin. When you've done that, you make sure that your file path is going to weapons like it says there. Then what you do, and this is what took me ages to figure out, you go on database, which is these little gear icons here. You go to weapons, and when you go to weapons, you can make, if you go to chains maximum, you can make a load of different type of weapons. I, for example, have got 4. I've got Phase Wrath, Paranormal Scepter, Joyful Gloves of Death, and Dante's Pointy Sword. So those are my weapons, and essentially that is just like, you can see it here. Phase Wrath is just a sword, but you've got to make sure, you can name it what you want, but you've got to make sure that this weapon type thing here says sword. Or for a scepter, you can have cane, you can have glove for gloves, or sword for sword. Because if you decide that you are going to do something like this, where you're going to make its own weapon type, it's not going to recognize it, because anything from 13 onwards, it doesn't recognize. So even if it was a sword and you called it a bow, it wouldn't matter, because ultimately what this plugin is going to do is it's going to change it to this kind of icon. So anyway, you go to sword. So for example, we'll go on the glove one. We'll call it a glove. We got Joyful's Gloves of Death. And then you go down to the note thing here, and you just use this for everything. So you do one of them. I don't even know what you call one of those, but oops. I'll tell you what, let's go down a bit. You do one of those, you type in weapon, capital letters. You've literally got to write it as you see it on the screen there. So it's weapon, weapon, image, and then one of those, a space, and then you just name whatever it is in that weapons file. So if you go to the weapons file again, like that, and you go, I don't know, you want well, okay, we'll turn that glove green, for example. So there is one that says glove green. We'll even go to it just so that I can prove it to you. Keep going. Glove green. There. So we'll make this one. Yeah. So that's what it's going to look like in the game. So you just type in glove, and then we'll just change this to green like that. Whoops. Too many R's. Glove green. Okay. And then you want it to thrust. Thrust. But you can do swing. There are other animations, but that is the motion you want. You want that motion. So I'm just going to delete this line here as well because we don't want it to get all confused. So yeah, so essentially if you do this and you do it all like that, it's going to work. So you click apply, you go to troops. You can make your own team, but there are some default ones here, for example. But we'll just take on this minor. No, actually, we'll take on these slimes. So then you go battle test, and when you go on here, all you do is you just pick your characters. So I had some pre-made characters, so we'll go with the main one. We'll take these ones off. In fact, we'll take all of them off, and we'll just make the second one Joy, because she is the one who has Joyful Gloves of Death. So you go okay, and then it'll boot it up eventually, like that, and you'll have your two little slimes and your characters here. So what you do is you just go, hang on a minute, we'll do it like that. We'll go attack, slime, and then Joy's going to attack the slime as well. And when you do it, you see the sword comes out in the animation, and the glove comes out with the punch. Now, you can do so many other things. Wow, man, they are strong. We're going to end up dying big time. We'll just finish this battle, but in fact, triple attack will kill everything. And we'll use Wolfhowl one, because, that should kill them anyway. Oh yeah, that heals him. I forgot about that. But that isn't even supposed to be Joy's move, to be fair. So it's still, like I say, it's still a massive work in progress. It's not finished yet, but you get the idea. And all these animations as well are stuff that I've downloaded by Yanflys. So if you want these animations as well, you just go to plugins, and Battle Engine will do 90% of it for you. There are a couple of things that you need to tweak with, but nothing major really. You just go in there, and basically as soon as you download it, everything that you've just saw on the screen is exactly what you see here. You really don't need to mess with it all that much. And then if you want the other action sequence packs, which is basically text based, you can make it do stuff. You've got to put it underneath here. Equip core, you need to put that first and then these. And that's about it. I just wanted to show you a quick battle demonstration and what I've spent nearly 13 hours doing today, because it was just ridiculous. So that's it, everybody. So I hope it helps, and peace out. Catch you later.